The most important part of a Thanksgiving feast, of course, is the turkey. But for many of us, the task of cooking the piece can be a little bit overwhelming.
So here to break down how to make the perfect Thanksgiving turkey is Chef Bob Langhammer and Stew Leonard Jr. Good morning.
How are you today?
We're great.
Now, Stu, I just have to say, because everyone knows Stew Leonard. And you were saying you're actually not going to be doing any cooking yourself.
Oh, shh.
Oh, sorry.
No, we have like 20 family members coming over to my wife and our house. And we're going to have our chefs at Stew Leonard's prepare everything, and that's what we're going to show you today.
Exactly.
It's how you can sit back and just go on the internet and order all this.
And order all of this stuff. Well, if you are coming to buy some of the stuff yourself, let's start with what you should look for when you're picking out a turkey. You're going to sell how many? 70,000?
70,000 turkeys. And this is the best. First of all, I recommend don't go with the frozen one, get a fresh one. It's much better. This is the best turkey you can buy. We go down to Pennsylvania, the Jandel family raises the best turkeys. They're free range. They feed them the best. I've been there. I love these turkeys. I really do. I hug them every year.
How far in advance can you buy it and keep if it's not frozen?
Well, you know what? You can buy it now and put it in a cold spot in your refrigerator. We have the best refrigerators at Stew Leonard's. Are the coldest. So I would recommend buying it 2 days before. Is the best, you know.
And are we going to the stuffing?
So we like to call this the aromatics, basically, and it's pears and apples and oranges that we put inside, and it's mixed together with garlic, red onion, celery, all the aromatics that are going to give off the aroma and flavor of the bird and sort of perfume the bird. There's also a little bit of Marsala wine and rosemary and salt and pepper inside of these.
Nice. And what do you have on top of the turkey,
So this is just a rub of salt and kosher salt and crushed black pepper, and basically and rosemary, and you just rub it into the turkey like that, and that's all there is to it.
Chef, what's the biggest mistake people make when they're preparing their turkey?
Overcooking.
Okay.
Overcooking. Their concern is that people are very concerned about salmonella and all the big scares, but if you cook it to 165, and if you have this oven-ready pop-up thermometer, you know that the breast meat is going to be that way, and then the leg meat and everything else will come out like the turkey should be.
And speaking of salmonella, you don't wash a turkey before you prepare it, or do you? Because I hear two different things.
No, you don't. You just need to pat it dry and get the packaging off of it, basically, and let it come to an air dry. You also want to let the turkey come not to room temperature, but you don't shock it from a cold state to the hot oven. You want to bring it up to temperature, just in room temperature.
So leave it outside.
And also, when you're done cooking it, let it rest for 30 minutes.
Correct.
Okay.
That's the biggest other thing that people just want to.
So before you carve it, you want to make sure it's been out of the oven for at least 30 minutes.
Yep, and you could tent it like in the roasting pan, just like with aluminum foil, and cover it up so that it has a chance to absorb the moisture of the internal flavors and ingredients.
Hey, Bob, show them how you check the temperature.
Yeah, this looks amazing. Here, I'll switch with you because this looks amazing.
So this is a meat thermometer that you could use, and another one is this digital one. The digital one is very easy to do, but if you stick it in this joint between the leg and the corner of the breast where you're trying to get to the bone as much as possible, and if it comes to 165 there, you know that everything else is going to be safe and hopefully the right doneness.
Right.
Even though there's a pop-up timer, right? It's better to just double check it with the thermometer.
What's the secret to carving the turkey?
So I'll just put a glove on and I'll show you quickly. So the big thing you want to do is try to do this like in this situation. If you do it on the table, it gets very cumbersome, especially with a hot turkey. But if you take off the bone off the thigh meat and cut through it, so like this, basically just to carve across it and loosen it up, it basically just pops right off. And I'm going to turn it this way so that I can just cut down through it and then get it right off.
But the main thing's the breast.
Right.
Just show how you can do the breast really quickly there, too.
So you want to cut through along the keel bone here like this, basically, and just sort of separate it away from the keel bone, and then spread it away a little bit, and then cut right down the breastbone.
Looks amazing. And in our final seconds, Stu, there's a few other, just point out quickly, a few other things you have here.
Well, you have all sorts of sides, mashed potato, gravy, you can get soups, you
All
can
the
get
staples.
stuffing, all the staples, but the most important thing is the wine.
Oh, yes.
The biggest question we get asked in our wine stores is,
Okay.
what wine do I serve? And I've asked all the chefs and the great winemakers, and it's Pinot Noir.
Oh.
Is one of the most popular wines at Thanksgiving because you have all these flavors. You have butternut squash, you have stuffing, you have all cranberry sauce, you have all sorts of things. But Pinot Noir is a beautiful grape that goes well with everything.
And Pinot Grigio as well, or just the Pinot Noir?
Pinot Grigio is the number one. You have to have Pinot Grigio.
Exactly.
Everybody loves
Everyone
Pinot
loves
Grigio.
it. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't had wine in a long time, but looking forward to it.
month
if
you'll
you
be able
will.
to.
Congratulations.
Well,
Well, thank you so much for being here, Chef. Thank you. And Stu, thank you very much.
Yep.
We appreciate it.
Next time I see you, you'll be a mom.
I know, I will, yes.
great.
Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to both of you. And CBS 2 News Saturday Morning will be right back.
Thank you.